3, 2, 1, action.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to the Bar Talk Podcast. I'm Brother Hayes. We're here with your bartender, Miss Watkins, and our special guest, I am Will.
Yeah. I am Will from Niggerville, Zone 4, home of the what? Goats.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is whether it is more important to stay indie or signed to a major label as an independent artist. And this is one of the best people to talk about this with. We've been having this conversation for years. So we're going to bring y'all into our conversation. So before we get in, speak a little bit about yourself as an artist and your journey, and then we'll get into it.
So I started rapping like 4 years ago. And man, since I connected with Major Rap Productions and just started taking my music a lot more seriously, I elevated, I took off. I started really acquiring accolades that I could acquire, you see what I'm saying? But you already know, man, I've been putting in the work at times, just like any other artist, showcases. I done been there, you see what I'm saying? It took for me to get the fan base and where I wanted to be to actually like feel confident in it, you see what I'm saying? But
so I know early in the conversations that we've been having, you were adamant on being signed. Do you still feel the same?
I mean, I feel like I'm more so on it has to be the right situation.
Facts.
Because now I done seen the influence and the effects of clout and everything like that. I just want to make sure I'm not in a situation where somebody got over on me or I underestimated my potential or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of a great area right now. I would have to be in that situation. They'll have to give me a contract. They'll have to go ahead and talk some numbers and negotiations, and then we'll have to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now.
And that's one thing I've always thought when it comes to signing to a major, you should take it on a case by case situation because people always think major sign. There's a lot of people who've been in the industry who end up worse off signing to a label than they've been signing to a label. And in my opinion, off the rip, if a label's coming to you, then that means you got the leverage anyway. So what do you need to sign to them for? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to the label, then they got the leverage and you obviously probably need them for something. But if they're coming to you, they need you for something. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
So, and you can dictate anything in that situation. And to me, it makes more sense to just sign either as a label deal under a label, you know what I'm saying? Like where you have your own label and you're with that label for them to just give you marketing or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But it's still your label.
I feel like more so that's why people actually do sign and they don't always think about as far as the potential they can have as an independent artist because they so focused on that machine that a label provides for an artist that actually gets people to that next level in their career and everything like that. But like you said, it's situational. Like things just got to make sense on both parties. Like if you already got the fan base or the clout or the influence or the streams or whatever the case may be to the point where they coming to you feeling like you're marketable, then like, you know what I'm saying? It's more so negotiation and not you signing to that deal. Like, but it's more so partnership.
Exactly.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
We've been talking to you about that a lot. Partnership is the biggest part of it. Because again, when you sign to a label, in most cases, they own everything, including your masters. And you're basically just someone that does something for you. You're basically a work for I own your image, I own everything about you, but I need you to make this song, so make this song, and then we're going to put it out. You don't own anything. That's how it goes most cases. It's very rare that you get a contract where you get creative control, you get who you get to have on your song, because they'll tell you, hey, we want you to do a song with Cardi B, and it's like, I don't even want to do a song, but you have it, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just on a low scale, like it's many things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You start off, you take an advance versus not taking an advance. And so it's like, I think it's to say nowadays we live in a time where you can be successful in the independent field, whereas back in the 90s or back then when the record labels were really at their peak, and everybody was looking for a deal because that was the only way to get them out there. But I think social media has that for artists to where it's like, okay, boom, I can build a fan base, just off of social media alone, which then is booking shows, booking venues out, so I've been that 100% independent and still seeing a profit, without having to sign over anything. So I think that's kind of like where we are in this day and age is social media has made it easier for artists to remain independent and still see the same level of success because you do see like your D-Lo and the more recent ones that have been discovered as independent artists are making waves and you kind of hear their names more than you hear their names.
I don't mean to cut you off, but how do you feel about the artists actually, the independent artists building their platforms, but at the end of the day, they still go to the label. So then think about that example they putting on us independent artists, like, okay, is it really okay to be independent or do we just be independent enough until we can get a label attention? You see what I'm saying? So it kind of be confusing a little bit.
The financial backing, right? So if I can look at it businesses, if I can get an investor to invest into my dream and my business, that's less capital that I have to put forth. But then that's when you're looking at those partnerships, right? Because you do have people that are building up until the label comes and then they're like, okay, well, we signed, but they're not just signing as a artist at that point. At that point, they're signing them in their quote unquote label, so they have a partnership since to speak or whatever. So there you have you're under the label umbrella, meaning you're getting that label funding, their resources, while the label gets a piece of what you're doing, but you're doing you and your
so you get control to show how you want to.
Yeah,
okay.
One of the problems I have with independent artists building themselves to a certain level and then signing to a label is because then the label starts taking credit for all the stuff that you did as an independent artist, like Little Flip. Now, check this to make sure if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Little Flip sold like 500,000 units out the trunk, then signed and then sold 500,000 units with the label. Now the label is taking credit for him going platinum when he did half of that before he was even with the label. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now they're taking credit for something that he did on his own independently. It's crazy, and you deserve the credit for that. You know what I'm saying? And that might be something small, but that's something I always think about, like as dealing with independent.
And then some of these artists that go through that, they be okay with it.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like Lil Flip and else has encountered the same situation. They be okay with it. And that's why I wanted to ask about the example you are really setting for the artists or the aspiring to be artists coming up and everything like that. Because if you're going to scream independent, then really do it and actually pay the next independent artist to actually blow like how you just blew. You know what I'm saying? And not just really like adding the fine print and the loops within what you're saying and the statements that you're giving out to the people and everything like that. Because if you're gonna be independent, like rep that. You know what I'm saying? Stand on that. But if you're gonna be A-list artist or a record label, you know what I'm saying, signed artist, then you actually gotta be honest to the people, like, man. Cause right now I feel like it's just it's gray area right there when it comes down to should you sign or should you stay independent? I feel like artists are really more confused on not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it get crazy.
And that's where a little level of transparency, if the ones that were independent that do get signed can come back and talk to the people in the independent lane still, okay, boom, this is what to expect. I was independent, I was adamant about staying independent, I decided to sign because this is what they came with and this made sense for my situation. Kind of let us know what happens, because once an artist, you can see an artist through their independent journey and then they get signed and it's like, what happened?
People been watching you like, what's the next for you, man?
Like, what's next going on? Okay, or it's a period of time you don't get music from them after being signed. It's like, well, what's that about? Like, what's going on?
Well, that goes back to when you can drop. And I'm glad that it's circled because I wanted to go back to it. What nobody thinks about is when you sign to Def Jam has a bunch of other artists bigger than you. So you have to wait until it's time for those people to drop for you to drop music. That may be 6 months. That may be a year and a half.
That shit go.
But yes, you have to wait for them to tell you.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You have to wait for them to tell you when you can release your music. because you're under contract with them.
See, I don't want to be signed.
That's why these artists go
like
missing. And then the other crazy thing about it is you might wait all that time and they decide to drop you. So now you sat all this time waiting to drop music.
missed the whole buzz.
Drop you from the label. Now you got to start all over again. So, yeah.
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, man.
And then money-wise, Q said something when I was young that always stuck with me is, as me being an independent artist and I go gold, I'm going to make the same amount of money as an artist that's going double platinum on a label because you got to split all that money with them. All this is coming to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go triple and quadruple. Like you have to go triple and quadruple platinum to make it. If you ain't going platinum, you're not making no money unless you're doing show after show after show after show after show.
So don't it change a little bit when the label can start offering like, okay, we can cut that time. Somebody there. But we can cut that time. You know what I'm saying?
Time, guys.
Yeah, that's all that means. That's all that means. That's all that means. God, about to get into it.
See who's showing up at the bar.
But yeah, so that's interesting that you brought up, you know. Hey.
Oh, the Ash Cash in the building. We live right now. 100K on this. Shout out, man, for real.
So with that, y'all, so we just took our shots. Just to remind you guys that this is Bar Talk. We just simply come by this platform to talk about music, things that are important to us in the music industry, in the event world, anything that has to do with music. So if you be a guest, make sure to inbox us at the Bar Talk Podcast on Instagram or Facebook. And if you'd like to stop by the bar and have a chit chat with us, each person that comes by the bar does get a signature drink named after them. In honor of them, and you're able to take that with you, and that's something that's yours. It's a souvenir from us to you. But let's get back into the conversation, guys.
Man, where we left off at, brother?
Hayes. We left off at independent money as opposed to major money, and the labels halt you from dropping. Those were the last two things we was on.
Okay.
So I want to get back to money if you don't have anything.
Nah,
that's
cool, brother.
One thing that I don't think people realize is that Tech-N9ne is one of the highest grossing rappers in hip hop every year, and he's completely independent. But it takes a lot of work to do that. He has to handle everything by himself. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of artists don't want to do the indie thing, because they want to have somebody that's going to
a team.
Yeah, you know, I mean, which he still has, but he has to pay them. When you have a team on a label, the label is paying them. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they just want to deal with music. I don't have to worry about marketing. I don't want to have to worry about promotion. I don't want to have to worry about none of this stuff. I just want to make music. And I can understand that, because I've done it, and it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music for 20 years, and to do everything by yourself, be your own manager, marketer, publisher, all that. It's very, very difficult, and it's draining. Engineer, producer, I've done all of that. Everything that happens in music, I've done it.
So my question to you is, how do you, like, what advice do you give artists, like anybody listening right now, you know what I'm saying? How do you acquire that team? Like them real solid believers, them real people who actually help you get to that next level instead of just going out there. Because I be hearing, like, you can't find your team. A team got to find you and grab you. Like,
you got to build it. But a lot of people don't want to do. You have to build your team, you know. And
okay.
By building your team, it's not going to be like, okay, I found this person, and then automatically click and you rock out. No, building your team is coming across the wrong people too.
That's real, Sharon. That's real. You gotta say that again. Like, you gotta say that again. Like, folks don't even understand that for real. I don't understand that.
I do, you know.
That's great. Like, I'm just now.
Your team is also coming across the wrong people, because coming across those wrong people is going to teach you what to look out for moving forward. And if you would have never had those lessons, then you would have been further along with more to lose than you were at the
Mhm,
beginning. Sorry,
mhm.
I had to learn
Facts.
that. So a lot of people don't. They get discouraged because okay, I come across one bad person, two bad person, and I was like, oh, I'm over it because all these bad people. But that's only two people out of a billion in the world. You know what I mean? So I feel like one that has worked for me is align myself in my own goals and move towards my goal. And then me moving towards my goal, I'm
People
having
just
to
come,
pay
yeah.
that
People
what's
just
supposed
coming
to like
along
I'm
the
going
way.
to track what's supposed to be for me as I'm aligning through my and working towards that goal that I set for myself. And is that feasible for everybody? I would like to think so. You know, I would like to think so.
Could be universal.
Because yeah, it could be a universal thing because it's like okay, as long as you're focused on where you're trying to get to, I believe that everything that will you meet obstacles? Absolutely. But it's being resilient and going through those obstacles that's gonna get you I guess strong or tough enough to be able to handle whatever else is coming. So with that being said, like in forming a team, I had to go through some wrong people. I had to go through some shady people. But now I feel like I'm aligned to the right people. And me doing that, I did find who's the right person, who's still been here, who's my mentor along the way. Shout out to Mr. Hanky, for being a mentor along the way. And he's telling me, like, for real, and he'll tell me, okay, you're messing up here. This is right, but you're messing up here. And I gotta be receptive of that. And with me being receptive of that, I'm opening doors because now he's mentioning my names and opportunities. Hey, come to this room with these people. Because now I'm being aligned in a room full of other people that can take me to another level of aligned to. And slowly but surely I'm picking up pieces along the way that are becoming my team. And then when I look back, once we're here at the top, once we made it and I'm that mobile that he sees in me, I look back and it's pieces that I've just collected along the way. I became my team and we're solid because we went through everything that need to go together. You don't want to get those people who are looking for a payday off top. If you get those people whose money's their motive and don't understand that you gotta shoot in the gym, you know what I'm saying, to get there.
Gotta get your reps up. Gotta get your reps up.
You're right.
If you have money to blow, that'll work.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you have money to burn, you can find your team as long as that money's flowing. But once that money stops, then that's where you're going to end up in that situation. So.
It's crazy you mentioned Hank. Shout out to Hank. He just called me. Sound like, hey, whatever you doing at Sharon House, you better quit. That's what he told me on the phone. He just called me like, boy, you better know. I was like, all right, man.
Like literally, and that's what you have to have too. This is for any artist, whether you're independent or major or just starting out. You have to be respectful of learning. Don't ever get to a point in your life or your career that you think that you know everything. Because you don't. The moment that you feel like you have everything figured out and you know everything, that's the moment you've already lost. Because one, you're someone that's nobody wants to work with you. And labels want to work with artists that they can shape and mold. If they can't shape and mold you, then those are artists that get dropped. Like, oh, I was signed, but then next time you turn around, their label is releasing them. That's because they thought they had it figured out. Once they had the money, they thought they knew more than the label. And mind you, these are people who've been in the industry for 15 plus years, 20 years, some of them. And like the older heads, is there things that they can learn from the newer school? Absolutely. Sure. But they have people in the newer school that are there to teach them that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say they can't learn from you, but don't be so bullheaded. It's always good to put your input in and say, well, okay, well, I see why you see, but look at it this way. But don't ever think that you're above learning, because I tell anybody I come across that's in the industry, I am still a student. So if you know something that I'm doing and you prevent me from
help me and let me know.
Okay, let me know.
Don't let me just be out here just fucking stuff up for real. Like help me.
I understand I'm only a baby in this industry. There's people that I'm trying to get to global level, and I know I'm going to. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to global level. But I need to learn that. I need to have some sort of support to me and direct me, steer me, and be receptive of that. Is it always something I want to hear? Absolutely not. But those are some gems I can say.
That's just how I go. That's just how I go, man. I'm glad you said that, because that's one thing I take pride in as far as just being an artist, like being a student, because I say this in every interview. I come from radio music. I never had passion to be a rapper. I just recently acquired it, and I had to go ahead and really like mold myself into like the standards of being a real artist and being out here in this business and everything like that, and just being a student. And the thing I lean on as a crutch mainly is like being receptive to learning. Like, you don't understand, I learn from everybody I'm around. Like, I'm picking up everything, bro. Like dead for real, and I quiet, like, and like you know what I'm saying. Just me applying it actually in real time and seeing the real benefit. Like I see the real benefit of being a student in this industry for real.
You know, we butted heads.
All the time, we butt heads all the time, and I still I just gotta adjust because like I know where I like how I got here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know what it takes to stay here. You see what I'm saying? And you can't.
You gotta have a balance. Like you have to have confidence in yourself that I know what it takes to do what I gotta do, but at the same time, I gotta trust the people that I got around me that's trying to help me go further. That they know what they know to help me get further. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because I've been in different groups. Shout
For real?
out.
I thought brotherhood. You out here trading teams.
No, I'm because I don't do cocky, but no, I'm going to talk. None of the things that has been done with the people I was with, they would not have been able to do it without me. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Brother would not be what it is without brotherhood, and Boom Boom Room would not be what it is without Hayes, point blank, period. But can't nobody say nothing about it. But the reason why, so I'm now you're gonna make me have to get into it. Me and Breon, which is my brother, B Hood, we basically ran Brotherhood. But there was Brotherhood, we was in North Carolina. Brotherhood was in Texas. North Carolina is where we had Boom Boom Room. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of us ran Boom.
What is Boom? You never told me about Boom. I've been around
that's
like 3-4 years. You ain't talking about no Boom Boom.
Yeah, I
Boom.
was, you know,
I didn't know you get down like that, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know y'all really had the Boom.
Yeah, you know, that was like,
So while they talk about the Boom, introduce y'all to the drink for the day. There's two of us. We have two artists in the room. One is for Brother Hayes. This is called the Lyrics Day. Y'all small talk. I'm talking to the camera.
So,
We got all this.
that's funny, guys. I was listening.
No, we have the bar. I have to talk.
yeah, I know. So that's what I'm saying. We can go over there because we need to hear what's going
I
on.
want to know what you pouring.
Okay, guys. So the first drink that we're gonna make is called the Lyricist Lemonade. This drink right here is made with whiskey as its base. You're gonna use 2.5 ounces of whiskey. Your choice. Choice today is Evan Williams. This is not a sponsored video, but Evan Williams is the whiskey of his choice. So we're gonna do 2.5 ounces of that.
You too young.
Evan Williams is vitality. That's what I call it.
And in addition to the whiskey, you're gonna pour 1 ounce of lime juice or sweet. You can use sweet and sour if you want to as a mix or whatever you can. But for us, it's gonna be lemon juice, and then we do our simple syrup with the lemon juice to make a lemonade texture. Then we'll do the agave. I have an agave honey that we're gonna pour in there. That's been steeping in lavender. So it's a lavender agave honey. We pour that in, shake that over ice, and you're gonna pour into a gentleman's glass. Now, I did forget the last two ingredients, so that's why you're gonna see me shaking it right now. But in a minute, I'm gonna run get that and come back. The next drink and that's called a Lyricist Lemonade, guys. The next drink that we do have today is gonna be called a Sweet Deal in honor of our conversation about being independent or being signed. It's called a Sweet Deal. This was gonna be made with the base of tequila. The tequila of his choosing is Jose Cuervo.
That's my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
He loves it. So it's gonna be Jose Cuervo. You're gonna take you some passion fruit syrup. You're gonna just put like a little dash. If we're doing measurements, I would say no more than 1/2 ounce because you don't want it. It's a real tart and sweet taste. Just a little bit. You don't want to make it too tart. In addition to that, you're gonna add you some strawberry puree. And with that, you're gonna do the same, about 1/2 ounce. Now, this is gonna be more so for sweetness. So if you like a sweeter drink, you're gonna add more. So the most you can make with that one is gonna be 1 ounce. And I would just say, kind of still caution towards the ounce because again, it's very, very sweet. Now, in addition to that, you are gonna use lemonade. Instance, you can make your own lemonade if you're all for the all natural ingredients. Make your lemonade. It's real easy to do. There's gonna be some water, some lemon. You could use simple syrup or either sugar and water solution to make your own simple syrup. Let that steep overnight, and then kind of put it in, bottle it up, and that's your own lemonade mixture. Okay, so once you get those ingredients, you're gonna go ahead and shake them over ice, as you see here. Now, what we're gonna use for the garnishment today is going to be a little bit of strawberry and a little bit of lemon. So take a little bit more. Let's take a little bit more. Wanda, you can put that out of the door and then put it in the freezer. Alright, so after you shake, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna pour again. You're gonna pour over ice. And we have these custom ice cubes here. They're made for bar talk. Ronnie, can you see? You can see me mixing? Just have a camera, guys.
I'm ready to drink that.
Well, you had them earlier that you liked. I just had to test
I
them.
don't tell everybody that I had it earlier. It's my first one.
And again, I said to garnish,
Oh, the
we're gonna
second
use
one.
strawberry.
It's too much.
Alright, and while we're waiting for the knife to garnish, I'll go ahead and finish making the Lyricist lemonade. As you can see, this is the agave lemon honey. It has the lavender in there. It's a simple solution that infused with the lavender. It's going to give it like a herbal essence to it. Now, if you are not a fan of lavender, then my suggestion would be do not infuse your honey or lavender with it. But if you love lavender and you're a fan of it, then by all means, it just adds a nice little freshness to the drink.
Mm-hmm. Little cool lavender. Little lemonade.
No, this one's called the Lyricist lemonade.
Oh, Lyricist lemonade.
All right.
I need to drink some of that
So
to get my
it is-
bars
it
up.
is-
I like Michael Jordan.
And the reason I call it that is because, like, everybody, you know, like, if you're a singer, anybody in music knows that real good, relaxing for your voice, especially if you add that lemon. So it's a way to incorporate it. My husband, if you know Brother Big Hayes, he comes with some hard-hitting bars, so sometimes, you know, you just need to soothe his little vocal cords there. So we made the Lyricist lemonade.
And lyrically, niggas can't fuck with me. So.
Lord. And he meant it.
I stand on it.
Get some of that Lyricist lemonade. Single deal.
And again, if you need the recipe, I know it went by kind of quick. If you need the recipe, then we can type it up and put it when we post the video, just so you can make it. And please be mindful that these drinks are copywritten and are 100% made, created by me. So don't go try to take my stuff and use it as yours without me.
I know you gonna say that one. She said he drink copyright. Y'all gonna start playing. He
Damn it.
drink all that junk.
No, for real.
Don't play with it. Don't play. Don't even try.
These are, I didn't Google these and revamp them. No, I made them.
And they work.
Okay.
They do the
So give me
job.
mine. I don't mind you using them. Just give me mine. Make sure you credit me, captions,
I
whatever
ain't
you
know
got.
you can copyright drinks.
Yes.
Man, you can copyright
For
anything.
real? You can copyright everything. That is crazy.
Yes, you can copyright anything.
Everything. Any and everything.
That's crazy. Like that's a whole nother level.
This right here.
Ownership. Speaking of copyright, you know who owns your copyrights when you're signed to a label? The label.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I hope y'all
Because that's what the masters are. I don't think people understand what it is. A master is the whoever owns the copyright. So you can say, I own my masters. Do you own the copyright? No, then you don't own your masters. It's just that simple.
Alright.
But okay, so I'm gonna give you a condensed version
What you gonna
of
say, hey?
of Boom Boom Room and Brother.
Yeah, 'cause I want to know. I was gonna bring it back. If he didn't, I was gonna bring it back. What the hell, Boom Boom Room?
Yeah, Boom Boom Room. When I was the owner of Boom Boom Room, the actual CEO,
Mm-hmm.
it started in his mom's garage. He had a studio in his mom's garage when we was in high school. And we just was in there rapping, you know what I'm saying? We just be in there freestyling, he made beats or whatever. And then as time progressed, you know what I'm saying? We just started doing shows and actually making music.
Okay.
So when I was a part of Boom Boom Room, I had nothing to do with nothing but making music. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between Boom Boom Room and Brotherhood, is because once we left North Carolina, which Breon left North Carolina, we were super young. He's been in Texas for forever. I didn't move to Texas until I was in my 20s. So once we came to Boom Boom Room, we ran Boom Boom Boom. So that's the difference. I mean, not Boom Boom Room, Brotherhood. Like, we ran Brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Like, Brotherhood it's my group, you know what I'm saying? It's my group, it's Big Will, it's Dolph, it's Breon. Like, we ran Brotherhood. So Boom Boom Room, I was just a member there, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But the owner didn't know how to handle business. So the music was good, but all the business was messed up, and we wasn't able to take it to where we wanted to take it. And that's not a shot to nobody, because I love Boom Boom Room and the things like Boom Boom Room, as far as like a family. Boom Boom Room and Brotherhood is on the same level. Like, we all love each other. We're all families. You know what I'm saying? Like, them is my people. But business-wise, Boom Boom Room didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And Brotherhood, and one of the reasons why I feel like that was I had nothing to do with the business. Brotherhood, we actually reached a lot of heights, but I was involved in everything that happened with Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like no jump into from group to group. Like, that ain't how it works.
But what was that like, though? You see what I'm saying? Like, because, but like, how we doing it now? Every rapper is their own rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not too many collectives. I got my man Mooga talking about a collective and everything, but at the same time, though, like, just being majority, like, it's not too many collectives and everything right now. Every artist is every man for themselves. What was that like? You know what I'm saying? Like, being with a group, how does that even go, to be honest?
So like, for Boom Boom Room, it was like that, and I think that was part of the problem. It was every man for himself. It was a whole bunch of talented artists, and we was just, you my nigga and you dope. You know what I'm saying? She my homegirl and she sing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, fuck it, we just gonna all come together and make their business structure. You know what I'm saying? So we couldn't go far. Like, I mean, we should have went very far, but again, without the investors and all kinds of people, but couldn't give the money back. And that's the problem. If somebody invests and they expecting money back, if your business ain't right, the money's not going to come back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that was the biggest problem with Boom Boom, was a bunch of extremely talented musicians with no business acumen, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? I feel
like that's my fear. Like, right now, you see what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, like, bro, I lack the knowledge of a lot of stuff with this music stuff and everything, because I got into it so late in my life, and I'm competing with people who've been doing this for so long and like that, and they already know what to look out for and what not, and what to do with this whole music and trying to pop as a rapper and everything like that. But I feel like that's just what I fear, as far as like just not knowing the business, and that just being my downfall when it comes, like, I'm trying to get 3 million streams. I can't get 3 million because I feel like that's why I don't know the business of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Brotherhood, that was a much better foundation, but the problem we had with that is we had too many people. You know what I'm saying? But we had the business and we had people designated to do things, but we just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think we had to have at least 15 members at one point. It was just too many. It's too much chaos when you have that many moving parts. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, shout out to both my companies. My shirt says Brotherhood on it. My name is Brotherhood Hayes. You can't not know who I fuck with my name. I'm Brotherhood Hayes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this Brotherhood was a little different because we just got older. Like I said, I'm 41. We grown men. We got lives. We got to take care of our kids and our families. Everybody's doing good, but music just ain't the focus for everybody's life right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now getting back to trying to get to the next level. One is it's never too late, and when me being in the game, I pay attention to the industry. There's a whole bunch of artists right now that have late 30s and early 40s that are just now getting their, you know what I'm saying, winning. Mike.
That's just
won a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Them Griselda boys, they all in their early 40s doing their thing. It's never end, you know what I'm saying, as long as you don't let it be your end. So, you know, you're in the right direction. You're trying to get your connects and you're using your connects. And that's the problem I think that I had in my life with the groups that I was in is I had accumulated a lot of connects never used. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know who Fred the Godson is. So Fred the Godson is from New York. He was with on DJ K Slay Radio and all them, right? I met him at a show. We just chopped it up on some, I respect your craft, he respect my craft. I didn't even know he was a big rapper. You know what I'm saying? Never used his, like, as a matter of fact, my phone, his real name is saved under his number on my phone. I didn't even have his rap name saved.
That's crazy.
He ended up dying of COVID. Never got a chance to call him or connect with him, but he was big on like, yo, let's link, let's do something, whatever. Never used that connect. And when COVID hit, he ended up dying of COVID, you know? But I have a bunch of stories like that where I have met all these people, A&Rs and executives and rappers and producers and Sean Solo, the dude that made Lil Wayne, Hell Yeah, Fucking Right beat. He was always telling me, yo, bro, come fuck with me, come fuck with me. I got this going on. Come fuck with me, I got this going on. I'd be like, all right, and I'd never go. You know what I'm saying? And that's
dang, yeah, you tripping, hey?
I was tripping. I ain't gonna lie. I was using my connects, but you are using your connects, your resources. So as long as you do that, you're always going to be able to keep progressing because it's going to be somebody's going to put you in a room where that door open to where you can get to that 3 million, 4 million, 5 or whatever, however many streams or whatever your goals is. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real, brother.
got to use them resources. I got resources right now I'm sitting on, but one thing I am doing is going to start using them for y'all, even if I don't use them for myself.
Yeah, go ahead and use them on that, man. We need them. We need them, man. But, man, you've been dropping real gems, brother.
Yeah, for sure. And like I telling Mike, I know I don't present myself as someone who has done some of the things that I've done throughout my life in music, but I've done a lot of things without even trying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, I've turned down at least 7 deals. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? And one of them was a multi-million-dollar deal with Keith Wallace. Shout out to Keith Wallace. But with Sony, we turned because we didn't want to give up our masters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all know who Keith. I guarantee y'all probably have seen him before. But like that's my bro. Like I've been in my house. He know my kids, all that. But he got long dreads and he got a grill and he normally be rapping. Positive. He be having million streams. Every time I'm around him, he always goes live and says rap. I'm not gonna do that, but he meet me in front of his, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his people. But he be millions of views. You know what I'm saying? And they've been trying to sign him for years, but he won't sign.
Why?
For one reason, because he's more concerned about his message than the money or the fame. Because he's essentially don't call himself a Christian rapper, but he's a Christian rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's a Christian rapper that'll punch you in your face if you disrespect him.
Oh my God.
That's, you know what I'm saying? But like he don't cuss. Like I did a show with him in Dallas at a church. I would have never in my life thought that I would ever be performing at a church, but he got booked at a church and brought brotherhood to the church with him because he rocked with us. I performed at a church. Like that, I would have never thought in a million years. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But that's why he don't want to get signed because when he came out, because he's from Miami, so he's had the murder charges and all kind of, you know, he was blood and all this. And then he changed his life. He didn't want to be that no more. And then ironically, once he started rapping about all the crazy stuff he was rapping about, he started blowing up. But he felt like if he gets signed, they're going to try to make him do that kind of music again. He don't want to do that kind of music. You know
I mean, it all just depends on how the negotiation conversations go.
Yeah.
I feel like artists rule a lot of stuff out before even trying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To see how it actually does in real time.
Yeah.
Man, cause I mean, at the same time, who knows, man? Buddy could have got him a real good deal or a real good situation, cause those type of situations are still out there.
Yeah.
You just got to be open to have those conversations just to see where it'll go at least. You know what I'm saying? But
at the same time, it's like if you live already in, because he living good. If you already living good independent, what do we need to live for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm making the music I want to make and I'm making money, I'm constantly getting booked. But what do I need the label for?
But that's when you be completely honest, like as far as with your situation, like as far as the insights, because we like as a fan or a spectator or an observer, whoever the case you are, we only gonna see the surface level of it. So when you get offered those conversations as far as like, but we'll assign you and everything, those negotiation conversations are supposed to go as far as like, all right, this is what I bring to the table. What are y'all about to do? Let's see how we can go ahead and find, because if they are the machine and they want to talk to you, ain't no way to the point where like, bro, what they bringing to the table is gonna be real harmful if you control the narrative of where your contract is about to go.
Yeah,
just keeping it above with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a.
And I feel like they just rule it out like, oh yeah, hell yeah, Universal, they slime my partner, hell no, Authentic, they slime. Like, I ain't okay, I got a lot of info from Boom, man, just in that meeting and everything. I ain't never doing none of this stuff he done offered to the artist. I just talked to him and fuck with him as a person. You know what I'm saying? And the gems he give me, that's it. But like, if I would have went on and believed all the rumors and everything, I mean, they're not really rumors. He done did some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I went in there knowing that, so therefore I went in there with a different perspective and a different objective. You know what I'm saying? When talking to him and everything like that. And I got everything I needed from him.
Yeah, I can dig it. Yeah. You gotta know how to use the system.
That's what it is.
In your benefit.
Using the system. Once you know that motherfucker, bro, it's like having a cheat code.
Yeah, for sure.
You just go ahead and just take the test with the answers to keep right in your pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's what you doing, bro. You already know.
But I mean, you know, I can't say whether I would change my past the way that I did it, but I went into everything the same way. As soon as you tell me that I don't have my master's, I won't sign the deal. Every time somebody came with me and they say, we want your master's, that draws the line for me.
And it's over with.
That's over with.
Man, they could have been like, okay, never mind, you right, you need to get. Sometimes they just be trying to, you know, like bait you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, oh yeah, we're gonna rule him out. We good. Somebody else gonna try, like, you know what I'm saying? In the future, like, if he going about it like that, then he'll miss out on this blessing. But at the same time, hey, you could have really, like, renegotiated a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then it could have, especially if y'all had the motion.
Okay, well, it looks like they're telling us that we going on for too long. So
I can talk, man. Drink, they got done. And I'm ready to go anyway. It don't matter, man.
We done had some good drinks. We had good conversation.
Good drink.
Now it's time for us to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the Bar Talk, and we'll catch y'all the next time. I am Will, Brotherhood Hayes, Miss Sharon behind the bar.